Today we have come to the 30th class of the NEET program. That is, the program name is Each One Teach One program, initiated by Career Guidance and Placement Cell of Vijaya College, and is only for economically and academically weaker section of the students. And already on 20-25 problems has come across throughout the country. Therefore, majority of the students, they don't know the basics. Therefore, I would like to do a few basic or fundamental concepts. For some students, it may feel that slow, but it's inevitable. Now, to begin with, what is work? Work done. Work done is equal to force into displacement. Everybody will used to say work is equal to force into displacement. But the actual formula for work done is a scalar quantity, is equal to F dot S. F dot S. It is a dot product. See, A dot B, vector A dot B is equal to length of A, length of B, cos theta, AB cos theta. You know that. A is a vector, B is also a vector, but AB cos theta is a scalar. Therefore, force is also a vector, displacement is also a vector. Therefore, this is a general formula. Now, the work done is equal to F S cos theta. Now, the case 1. If theta is equal to 0, what does it mean? Force is acting in this direction. Even displacement also taking place the same way. The angle between them is 0. Then what will happen? The work done is positive. Work done is positive. Therefore, because cos 0 is 0. Cos theta is equal to 0. Therefore, work done, this is parallel. Both are parallel, is equal to F. Yes. This is, therefore, kinetic energy is also increases. This work done on the body. When positive, kinetic energy is positive, or work done is positive, kinetic energy, work done, it is positive, that means work done on the body. Now, the force is acting this direction, but displacement taking place in the opposite direction. Or you can call the displacement is this direction, force is acting in the reverse direction. This force is called retarding force. And what is the angle between them? 180 degree. F and S. Theta is equal to 180. It's also called anti-parallel. Work done is anti-parallel. Theta is equal to 180. Cos 180 is what? Minus cos 180 is minus 1. Therefore, what you write? The work done is equal to F, yes. Cos 180 is what? Minus 1. F is equal to minus Fs. Therefore, kinetic energy is what? Negative. Therefore, work done also negative. The work done by the body. This work done by the body against retarding force. Against retarding force. Remember, the work done against the retarding force. Next, the body is moving in a circular orbit. The body is moving in a circular orbit. Now, O is the center, R is the radius, V is the velocity of the body in this direction at A, right? Perpendicular to this, just I am writing. Here at this point B, this is velocity of the body. At B, at A, this is the velocity. At B is also the velocity. The magnitude is what? 10 meter per second. This is also 10 meter per second. Meter per second. The magnitude is same, but the direction is not same. This direction is this way, the direction this way. Therefore, I will call this is V1, this is V2. That means previously This is V1. This is what? V2. Or I can write V1 and V2. This is the change in velocity. Understood? Therefore, change in velocity is equal to change in velocity is equal to the resultant of V1 and V2. The resultant of V1 and V2. That means magnitude of change in velocity is equal to, right, V1 square plus V2 square and so on, right, plus 2V1 V2 cos theta and all that. Theta is equal to 90 degree. I don't want all the discussions. Now, when a body is moving in a circular orbit, work done by centripetal force is always zero. Work done by the centripetal is always zero, remember. All central forces are, which direction the centripetal force acting? This direction. And what is the displacement? Which direction? Like this. This is the displacement, say. What is the angle between them? 90 degree. What is work done? Work done is the force into F dot S, is it not? That is F, S. Angle between them is 90. Displacement is the direction. Force is acting towards the center. Cos 90 is equal to 0. Therefore, work done is equal to 0. See, this is the main reason when an electron, as long as it is revolving in a circular orbit, the electron need not absorb or emit energy. Bohr's theory started like that only, right? That is one of the assumption here, right? Bohr's theory for atomic, that is stationary orbit, for the condition for stationary orbit is what? Electrons are revolving in a different orbit. As long as it is revolving in that particular orbit, it need not absorb or emit energy because of this reason, right? That means all central forces are, see, what is conservative and non-conservative force, you know. All central forces are conservative, you know. It is a conservative force. All central forces are conservative force, remember. Now, suppose a body moving along the inclined plane, right? Theta is the angle. Now, weight of the body is acting in this direction. Weight is nothing but force. This I am resolving into two components, theta, W cos theta, and I am pulling this upward, W sin theta. That means force along this direction. I am pulling it so that S is the displacement. Because of that force, this force along, say this is x axis, force into what is the displacement? S. Then what is the work done? Work done is equal to F sin theta, force into displacement is S. W is nothing but mg now. M is the mass of the body. Mg sin theta into S. This is the work done by the body as it moves along the inclined plane, you know. The next, think about this. There is a body, a mass of M attached to by a spring. It is in equilibrium position. I pull it down, right? It is a maximum displacement from the mean position. It's also called amplitude. Now, if I pull it to the maximum distance and if I release it, what will happen? The body begins to move towards the mean position. This is the mean position or equilibrium position or rest position. And assume that the body has come here, say. The body has come here and x is the displacement from its mean position. X is the mean. Why it is coming? Because there is a force is acting. This is called restore force acting towards the mean position. Now when I pull it more here, the force will be more. When I pull it this much, force will be less. Here maximum force. Therefore, from here, what you observe? For restoring force is directly proportional to displacement from the mean position. This is not displacement from mean position. Therefore, restoring force is equal to minus k times x. Okay, minus k times x. The force, this is called restoring force, and this is called force constant or spring constant, we can call it spring constant. Spring constant is equal to restoring force per unit displacement. Therefore, Newton per meter, force per meter, restoring per meter. Now, suppose how to see, work done is equal to what? Work done is equal to force into displacement. What is the total work done? See, this is the work done. I want to extend further. See, it was in this position. I want to pull it for a small distance. If I pull it down, what will happen? I am doing a small amount of work. The small amount of work done is equal to force into displacement against the field direction. This is force is in this direction. I am pulling it against the force direction. Therefore, what I write? Work done against the force direction, that is equal to minus F into dx. F is what here? Negative. Minus of minus is equal to plus. Therefore, gain in potential energy. Gain in potential energy is equal to work done against the force direction. If I pull it down, what will happen? Potential energy is increased. If you release it, the potential energy converted to kinetic energy. Pull it down. Therefore, work done against the force direction. Work done is equal to what? Force into displacement. Force is what? Minus into displacement here. Minus into minus plus. dV is equal to F dx. F is equal to kx, is it not? Minus is called minus just kx dx dV. Then what is the total work done against the direction? Against the direction of the force. This is the direction of the central force. But I am pulling it down, work done from initial position to final position. I pull it down from here to here. Okay. Therefore, initial position to final position, work done is equal to xi xf minus f dx is what? Minus f df minus df is equal to kx. That is kx dx. That means this is same as potential energy, that is equal to total work done from shifting initial position to final position, that is equal to kx dx xi by xf. K is a constant. This is x square by 2. Integrating x final, x initial. Therefore, k by 2 x final square, x initial square. Right? Now, if the spring is at initial position, x initial is 0. If I pull it down through a distance x, therefore x final is equal to x. In that case, what will happen? Initial position is 0, final position x. Therefore, potential energy is equal to k by 2 x square. Understood? Therefore, sometime that some textbook they'll write Vx is equal to half k x square. They may give like this also. So I forgotten one small topic. That is what? Force versus displacement. This is what? Force displacement curve. Right? This is the curve. That means it is a variable force. Variable force because of variable force it covers different distance. Okay. If it a constant force is constant distance you can write. But see, constant force, here variable force and force displacement curve. This is called force displacement curve. This initial displacement and final position like this. Sometime fx they'll write, right? Then what is the area? What is the area? Force F into x is not. F into x integration of x. This is the area under this curve. The area under the curve gives work done. Therefore, for area under the curve Fx, that means force distance curve gives work done. Area under the curve. Just you have to remember. And I think we have covered almost a small topic also we have to do, right? What is power? Power is what? How fast you do the work is called power. It's also called rate of doing work, joules per second. It's called watt, you know that. Okay. Therefore, work is equal to force into displacement by time. The displacement time is nothing but velocity. The power is equal to force into velocity. Right? And in general, power is equal to F dot V. Okay. With this, I'll start the problem. Here, suppose there is a raindrop. There is a raindrop of 1 gram. 1 gram, which is at a height of 1 kilometer. It is falling under the gravity. That is, acceleration is equal to 10 meter per second square. 1 gram is what? 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Right? If they give this type of sums, okay, how to work it out? See, this is the air medium, and there is a raindrop falling here, so that the upward force acting on the is directly proportional to the velocity of the drop. Normally, this is also called drag force. They called the raindrop is what moves with a constant velocity, because there is a constant force acting on this. This is called upward force, or it's called buoyant force they call. And they give the force directly proportional to the uniform velocity they may give. And here the final drop, the drop comes in with the constant velocity, because it will not move accelerated. See here, the velocity is 0, initial velocity is 0, then gradually velocity increases. It reaches one particular velocity is called terminal velocity. After that, that velocity remains constant throughout because of air resistance. That velocity is how much? Is given, say, some value we shall put 50 meter per second. Now, what is the kinetic energy? Change in kinetic energy is equal to half m v square minus u square. Initial velocity is what? 0. Therefore, this becomes 0. Therefore, half m is what? Mass is 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. Velocity is equal to 50 the whole square. That means half into 10 to the power of minus 3 into 25 into 10 to the power of minus 2. Understood? 10 to the power plus 2. 2 plus 2. Therefore, this 12.5. Right? 12.5 into 10 to the power of minus 1, or 1.25 joules. This is plus change in kinetic energy. But because it is coming an attractive force, what is the potential energy? This is the kinetic energy. What is the potential energy? This is potential energy is what? Negative, because the work done against the resistive force is acting. What is the resistive force? Because of air resistance, right? Work done against the buoyant force. Force is equal to mgh. Mass is how much? 10 to the power of minus 3 kg. G is 10. Height is 1 kilometer, is it not? Height is 1 kilometer. Kilometer means 10 to the power of 3 meter. Both get cancelled. This is what? Negative. Because potential energy is always negative. It will work done against the resistive force here, against the buoyant force. Therefore, minus 10 joule. Therefore, What is the work done? Total work done is equal to 1.25 minus 10. Therefore, minus 8.75 joule. You'll get this. Therefore, this type of problem you need to apply the concepts. Okay, I'll do this problem again. Now I'll conclude the class. Just go through this. And also law of conservation of energy also I have to do. What is law of conservation of energy? As I do the problem, I'll tell you. This is M1 and M2. It is moving with a higher velocity U1, U2. After collision, action and reaction takes place, and the velocity changes V1 and V2. Now total momentum before collision is equal to total momentum after collision. It's called law of conservation of momentum. Then suppose a body is there. Body is, if you drop and it at the height h1, and if it rebound and come back the same height, right, then u1 equal to v1, the velocity is same, then the body is perfectly elastic. That means no loss of energy, it is perfectly elastic collision. That means there is something is called coefficient of restitution. Suppose the body is moving, say the same body, right? This body, first two bodies are colliding, say suppose u1 and u2. u1 is greater than u2. If they collide, then the velocity changes v1 and v2. Change in velocity after collision, change in velocity before collision, negative of this, the ratio of change in velocity after collision to change in velocity before collision is equal to coefficient of restitution. What is coefficient of restitution? Is the ratio of change in velocity after collision to change in velocity before collision. But exact word I will tell you, but this is the what is the concept. For a perfectly elastic collision, it is 1. E is equal to 1. Because no loss in energy. For elastic collision, inelastic collision, E is less than 1. E is less than 1 for inelastic collision. Okay, this much is enough. We'll start. This is the 30th class. From 31st class, we'll work out some more problems on that. About 10 problems. You wait for the second video.